Matrixx to Roadshow fans, we are back with another video. We're going to be talking about Amazon's The Rings of Power. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, why have we not been making Rings of Power videos? Well, me and Rhodes actually addressed this on the member live stream. Click the join button to actually become a member, get access to member live streams. But we said on the member live streams that we are pretty much normies when it comes to Tolkien's work. I have not read the books. I did watch the movies. Now, I'm a casual fan of the movies, and I know that those movies are great. Never saw The Hobbit, by the way. But one thing about those movies is that, at least the original three, is that fans really, really did love Peter Jackson's work because he respected the lore of Tolkien. And what Amazon has done, the fans that actually have watched this, it's blasphemous. And folks, I believe that the backlash with Rings of Power is actually probably even worse than what Lucasfilm has done to George Lucas's Star Wars. I mean, when it comes to Star Wars, there's been good TV shows with Star Wars since George Lucas sold the company. Like right now, a lot of people are praising Andor. I like The Mandalorian. But when it comes to Rings of Power, folks, this show is getting destroyed. Destroyed. I mean, Amazon spent $1 billion on this. And it seems to be a total flop, folks. And people are turning off Amazon Prime when it comes to this show. Here we go, guys, on Breitbart. Amazon's woke Rings of Power loses nearly 20% of audience. You see, this is the problem, man, when you don't respect the lore. Now, this is on Galadriel right here. And in the show, she is a warrior. Even though in Tolkien's work, she was never a warrior. They made up a bunch of stuff here, and they created a whole bunch of new characters in this show for, diversity, equity, and inclusion, the woke talking points right there. And people are turning this garbage off. Let's read this. Amazon's woke and boring reimagining of J.R.R. Tolkien's Rings universe is bleeding viewers when it should be snowballing. According to the far-left Hollywood Reporter, The Rings of Power had 988 million minutes of viewing time in the United States from September the 12th to the 18th, per Nielsen. And the show's fourth episode debuted on September 16th. That's a decline of about 18% from the previous week's 1.2 billion minutes. This is not good, folks. That's a big decline, especially when Amazon is releasing new episodes every week. When a streamer dumps an entire episode at one time, it makes sense for the show to decline in intensity as the weeks pass. Rings of Power is losing viewers when it should be gaining viewers. At the very least, if the show was any good, it's not, the same number of viewers should be tuning in. Instead, people appear to be giving up. What Amazon was really hoping for here is, what Amazon was really hoping for here, which is why Amazon spent $1 billion with a B to produce this Bondango, was a cultural phenomenon, a game changer. The idea behind releasing a new episode each week is twofold. Hold on to Amazon Prime subscribers. I believe that's a huge part of it. And two, snowball the series into a cultural juggernaut. In the same way, shows like Game of Thrones picked up cultural clout as they rolled along. Obviously, that's not what's happening here. Even when new episodes, Rings of Power is losing viewers because viewers have stopped caring what happens next. Yeah. And guys, this show is getting slammed so much. And, of course, the Shield media is praising this show. But look at the Rotten Tomatoes score here. 85% on The Rings of Power with the critics. Now, one would actually think it'll probably be a bit higher with the critics, but this thing is only at 85%. This audience score is a dumpster fire. 38%. The fans hate this. Even the trash Obi-Wan Kenobi show, I believe that it actually does have a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that show was trash. 64% for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which wasn't any good. This is way, way worse, folks. Way worse. The Tolkien fans, they're not going to put up with this. They have had it. What a disaster this show is, man. This may be the biggest waste of money ever. And you know what? Streaming is the future. Actually, streaming is already here now. And boy, they're getting bashed for this. Bashed. What else does it say here? It says here, the show is popular. It came in at number 2, but was blown away by first place Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is absolutely amazing. Even though Netflix's anti-woke Cobra Kai did dump all of its season 5 episodes all at once more than a month ago. Every single episode of Cobra Kai since they started it has been dumped at one time. And the fans absolutely love it because it actually respects what actually came before. And it expands on that. And it does. Cobra Kai, the last season of Cobra Kai was absolutely amazing. No propaganda, no messaging in it. It was just a good show. Cobra Kai earned 1.92 billion minutes viewed. Rings of Power came second with about half of that. 988 million. My goodness. An important caveat is that Cobra Kai has more episodes to watch and therefore more minutes to view, of course. Rings of Power has only 4 episodes. However, let's compare Rings of Power to HBO's House of the Dragon, which is also in its first season and drops episodes weekly. And I really, really do enjoy House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon nearly tied Rings of Power with 960 million streaming minutes viewed. But House of the Dragon is also available on all those HBO channels. So Dragon overall viewing number is much higher than the Rings viewership. I'm just stunned by this, guys. I am stunned by the disaster that is the Rings of Power. I mean, certain franchises, you would think would be a layup. Star Wars should have been a layup, and it wasn't. It became a disaster, and I saw right through what they were doing with the sequel trilogy. I hated The Force Awakens. I was right on top of that, and I was proven right in the end. Lord of the Rings is another one that should have been a layup. It should have been a layup, but no, they mess up this stuff because it's all about agenda. The sequel trilogy was more about agenda than storytelling. And you know what? And it seems, I'm looking at the outside in. It seems like they're pushing more agenda. They don't care about the story. And of course, they're attacking the fans as racist for not liking his show. Where have we actually seen that before? Oh, that would have been Star Wars. Yeah. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Make sure to Rhodes Show fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.